All right, let's dive into a short but really powerful story today. It's all about a simple question. What happens when the face of a saint is hiding the heart of a hunter? It's a classic parable about appearances versus reality. And really, this is the question at the heart of the whole thing. It's asking us to look a little deeper, to question what we see on the surface, and think about who people really are underneath it all. So our story starts by painting this picture of, a perfect holy man, someone who seems completely, totally good. Just picture it, right? A quiet riverbank, this peaceful figure, and every single day, he performs this little act of kindness. This daily ritual is what builds his entire reputation. It's something everyone can see, and it looks like pure generosity. And of course they did. I mean, why wouldn't they? Based on everything they could see, this daily act of charity, the conclusion was obvious. To everyone around, this guy wasn't just a good person, he was a saint.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. The very first hint of doubt doesn't come from the people, it comes from the fish themselves. One of them asks this really critical question, sensing that maybe something isn't quite right here.
But that little bit of skepticism? It gets shut down and fast. Another fish just points to the Sufi's reputation. And this is such a great example of how a powerful image can make us ignore our own gut feelings. It's like we see the evidence that fits the story we've already decided is true.
Okay, so this is where everything changes. That whole illusion we've been watching is about to come crashing down, and the real reason for this daily ritual is going to be revealed.
That peaceful routine we just talked about? Well, it's about to be shattered. And that very consistency he used to build all that trust. Yeah, that's about to become a weapon.
And there it is. The flower wasn't food, it was bait. The daily gathering wasn't about charity, it was about setting a trap. The man they all thought was a saint shows his true colors.
And the result is just devastating. All that trust, so carefully built up over time, was just a tool to get to this one moment of betrayal.
So the mask is off, but the story isn't over. Now comes the confession, the part where the full truth is finally dragged into the light.
But there's a survivor, one witness to the whole thing. And this fish doesn't just swim away and hide. Nope. It goes searching for a higher authority, for someone wise enough to see what really happened and deliver justice. The accusation is so clear and direct. It just rips away that title of saint and replaces it with the cold, hard reality, hunter. It's a direct challenge to what everybody thought they knew. And this really gets to the heart of the story. On one side, you have the appearance, this saintly mask that everyone believed in. And on the other, you have the reality, the predator hiding underneath. It's that huge gap between these two things where the real crime happens. So the Baba calls him in, and when he's finally confronted by someone who knows the truth, the whole act just collapses. He doesn't deny it. He doesn't even try to keep up the charade. He says it himself, confirming just how deep the deception went. This wasn't a one-time thing. It was a strategy. He put on the costume of a saint specifically to use people's trust to make a profit. So, what's the big takeaway here? What's the final judgment, the moral of this whole twisted story? And here it is, delivered by the wise Baba. The real crime wasn't just catching fish, it was the way he did it. It was weaponizing the very idea of goodness. To put it another way, the story is saying this is the worst kind of lie there is. Why? Because it attacks our ability to trust in good things. It poisons the well, making us suspicious even of real kindness. And this leaves us with a final, really critical question to think about. Is a wolf in sheep's clothing actually more dangerous than a wolf that just shows its teeth? This story argues, yeah, it absolutely is. Because a predator you can see only harms its victims. But a predator hiding behind a mask of goodness, well, that damages the very idea of trust for everyone.